Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today we are covering the 30th and the final juz in the Quran. And the 30th juz, you will notice that they are shorter surahs, but they are power-packed, and they constantly remind us about the temporary nature of this dunya, this life of the world which we invest so much in. At the same time, it reminds us about the reality of the Day of Judgment, Qiyamah, success and loss. For example, right in the beginning of the 30th juz in Surah Al-Nazi'at, verse 34, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فإذا جاءت الطامة الكبرى يوم يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى وبرزت الجحيم لمن يرى. That when the greatest overwhelming calamity will strike, meaning when Qiyamah comes and takes place, يوم يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى. On that day, every human being, every person will start reflecting and thinking about what they strove for in reality, because now the unseen has been removed, and now a person will realize that whatever they had earned and they had invested in for this day, it will either make it or break it. So يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى, whatever they had strove for. وبرزت الجحيم لمن يرى. And Jahannam, the hellfire, will become exposed for all of those to see. Now the two groups of individuals. فأما من طغى وآثر الحياة الدنيا فإن الجحيم هي المأوى. As for that individual who transgressed, who rebelled, who lived his and her life to the fullest without any rules and regulations of a divine purpose of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just enjoyed life, وآثر الحياة الدنيا, and they gave preference to the worldly life. Everything of the world was the first preference. Akhirat meant nothing to them. Such a person, فَإِنَّ الْجَحِيمَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. The hellfire is their abode. On the other hand, وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. As for that person who feared مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ, and is standing in front of his Lord and being accountable and responsible and answerable for the life that they led, and they feared about that accountability, and they brought their life in accordance with all of those actions which will bring them to a comfort level while standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى. And this person prevented the soul, prevented themselves from unlawful desires, unlawful inclinations of the soul. They prevented it, and they made sure that they abstained from it, and they lived a disciplined, structured life. For such an individual, فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Indeed, Jannah is the abode for these, and may Allah make us from those. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. And what is the duration of this worldly life? If you look at the discussions which take place amongst the people on the day of Qiyamah, the different discussions, at times people will say it was just one day. Some of them would say half a day. And some of them, in Surah Yunus and Surah Al-Ahqaf, Allah says sa'atan min nahar, just 1 hour in the day which was spent in this world. And compared to a day which is 50,000 years long, the duration of the worldly life will feel like it was a day, half a day. For that, a person invests so much, fights and breaks ties with each and every individual, oppresses people, defames people. What is the worth of this worldly life? In the Surah Nazi'at, the last verse, Allah tells us, how long was this life? كَأَنَّهُمْ يَوْمَ يَرَوْنَهَا لَمْ يَلْبَثُوا إِلَّا عَشِيَّةً أَوْ ضُحَاهَا. The day when they see Qiyamah and the reality of whatever they had really invested nothing in to present to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will say that the worldly life, they didn't stay in the world إِلَّا عَشِيَّة, except one afternoon, أَوْ ضُحَاهَا, or just a morning session. A couple hours in the morning or a couple hours in the afternoon. Then the surahs of the 30th just continue with a similar theme. And Surah Al-Qadr is mentioned at the end of the surah, and with relevance to Ramadan, I want to discuss this briefly. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted us a night which is Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree, night of destiny, night of precise measurement, and all of these meaning night of power as well, night of glory. This night, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر. Indeed, we revealed the Quran, yani its entirety, thousands of years before the creation of the heavens and earth. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the whole Quran, it was the night of Laylatul Qadr, it was the month of Ramadan. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. And what will inform you the reality about Laylatul Qadr? Laylatul Qadri khayru min alfi shahr. The night of Al-Qadr, destiny, decree, is better than 1,000 months, about 83 years. All of that ibadah of 80 plus years are given in one night, provided a person approaches it with the state of submission, dua and obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What else happens on this night? تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالْرُوحُ فِيهَا. The angels descend in this night. They come to the world. وَالْرُوحُ, and the spirit, meaning Jibreel alayhi salam, he comes as well on this night. Why do they come? بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ, with the permission of the Lord, مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ, with all of the matters which are decreed for that coming year. So whatever is from this Ramadan to next Ramadan, the new matters which are decreed with regards to people's life, death, provisions and so forth, all of this is brought down. Salamun hiya hatta matla'i al-fajr. It is peace right until the emergence of dawn. So this is within Ramadan. In the last 10 nights, Rasulullah made it easy for us to reflect and find it. He said, تَحَرَّوْا لَيْلَةَ الْقَدْرِ فِي الْوِتْرِ مِنَ الْعَشْرِ الْأَوَاخِرِ. Seek it in the odd number of nights in the last 10. So in these nights, we have to inshallah try to strive to find Laylatul Qadr, try to increase our ibadat and all of our sadaqah, khairat and dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it and accept our humble efforts with regards to covering all of the tafasir and major injunctions which we have covered in our series. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله